everybody. Very special day. We have 7-time Ms. Olympia in the house, Cydney Gillon. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready to go in to defend my title and give it everything I got, like every year.
And that even more rare, we get to see her train up there because I've been busting your butt to come out here for how many years?
Long time.
I think 3 years since we got out here. You was talking about, hey man, I think I want to come out to Dallas. And I said, you come stay at the house, hang out. You might have to play PS5 with C-Bum, but it's all good because Cameron, my son, does. Yeah. And you're like, I'm coming out there next month. And crickets. Crickets.
I didn't say how many months. I said a month.
Well, we finally got him out here. We decided to bring him out 6 weeks out. We're going to do a shoulder workout.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to get basically behind the scenes and walk through it with them, show you guys what they're doing to be able to go and chase number 8, otherwise known as 8-ball rolling. So, did you like my emoji?
I do.
So, right now, it's really cool because they've been in camp for now already since 12 weeks out. Mm-hmm. Just a real quick recap on that. How's it been going so far? Since 12 weeks out to now, your halfway mark. Yep. You're just over 6. Yep. How's it going?
Everything's been going great. I mean, to be honest, everything's as planned for her. She's like clockwork just because her work ethic, her consistency, her scheduling it doesn't, I mean, trying to get her out of here, it doesn't change. So, I mean, honestly, everything's been going really well. Her strength's staying really high. Muscles are staying real full, so I don't got any complaints. No aches and pains.
Shout out to my Evogen.
No aches and pains. No aches or nothing. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Well, and the story does go. Damian has been using Evogen on a lot of his athletes for a while.
But the first grape EVP, I don't even know if that was a real grape flavor. I don't know what that flavor was.
Yeah, it was kind of I call it grape drank.
Yeah.
It wasn't grape like what we know as of it now. It was grape drank.
Yeah.
You know, the one with the little plastic bottle where you tear off the top? Yep. So that was the original one, and obviously we've known each other for a very long time. You've been spitting out champion after champion. You've been doing an amazing job.
Appreciate it.
And then we found out that obviously Cyd was a customer of ours. And if you guys haven't heard the story, we'll go into it on a podcast. We're going to do it after the workout. But the rest is history. We got together a couple years ago at the Arnold, and she said, yeah, I do use your products, and I've been using them ever since I started winning. And I said, well, cool, let's have a conversation. I was like, let's have a conversation. Then I got mad at him for about 20 minutes and said, how come you didn't tell me this? And he's like, all my clients are on it.
Yep.
So it's been really great. And what we want to do is, just like I said, let's give you a behind the curtain scene of what goes on at 6 weeks out. Not just to make a champion, to stay a champion, which is completely next level. I've been there a couple times.
You have.
And,
you have.
And I want to just be able to walk you guys through it. So again, thank you for following the journey. Definitely follow them on both of them on social media. We'll put the links below, and let's have a good time.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So what's the first exercise?
Just a little warm up.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
Yep. Just a quick little warm up set. Just try to get some blood in the shoulders, get the joints warm. It is getting a little bit older.
A little brown.
There you go.
Only like 15 of those.
So where's your cardio at right now?
25 minutes, twice a day.
Nice. And do you like to use that mixture of cardio with ropes and do some functional with some step mill or treadmill, or?
I am very much a HIIT girly. I love HIIT. I like the more intense the better. Like wear it out, pause, dead stop. But he took away a lot of my HIIT this time because I don't need it, I guess.
We try to. I think most trainers kind of get stuck in where just like steady state or HIIT, and we try to keep everything balanced with what she's training that day. Obviously, if she has legs coming up, then we're not going to do HIIT the morning of. Leg workout's not going to be too efficient. You know what I mean? So every day it's honestly different. I try to utilize a lot of different pieces of equipment. So like one day it's step mill, and next day it's arc. We literally use everything that's available in the gym.
Right, and you guys are training together every day?
Every day.
Awesome.
6 a.m. in the morning, she's at the gym, sometimes early. I get there at 5 to make sure I'm ready. We train every day at 1, and then we do a little bit at night around 6 o'clock again. We do a little bit too. So,
and then do you guys do posing on a regular basis? Or?
She has always done her posing. She does it every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that clockwork. Right after my fasted, posing straight out. While I do fasted, abs, posing, stretch.
How many minutes are you doing a posing?
I only do 15 minutes.
Okay.
15 minutes just to run through my entire routine, all my quarter turns. I run a full show. but it's non-stop 15 minutes. Not break, pause, look at music.
Are
scroll
you
the gram.
timing every quarter?
Oh,
turn?
yeah.
And how many seconds do you do on your timing?
I switch it up. Sometimes I'll switch it to like front to back. I'll do anywhere from no less than 30 seconds. Sometimes I've had it one time I felt uncomfortable on stage for a second. I was like, D, I need to hold this pose for 2 minutes. I said, then held it for 2 minutes just so I was comfortable knowing like, hey, you can do it. That was just a little bit, you were just a little bit too nervous.
Gotcha.
And so I got back in it, but just based on that, but I'll range it.
Gotcha. So guys, a lot of you may not know that she actually has one of the top coaching, posing businesses out there. And not just talking about figure girls. I mean, you're doing it with every single division,
Yeah.
right?
I've had multiple women's physique Olympias. My women's bodybuilding Miss Olympia is my client for the last 5 years. We've had 8 titles together so far. So we're just keeping track.
So basically, she'll do a set up Zoom with you, so you can go ahead and hire her. She'll go ahead and put a whole program together where you guys will get together, meet up, and she'll give you feedback on your posing, and then she'll go ahead and possibly even put together a posing routine for you. So all of those things is part of her business. She's literally like a Swiss watch. They're normally, 20 to 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
30-minute consultations, and boom, boom, boom. And are they normally once a week?
It depends on the person. Some of my clients get a little more anxious and they're like, Sid, I need to see you twice a week. Or if they have a show come up at their last minute, they're like, Sid, I need to see you every day.
Right.
So it's more so to what they're doing. But if I tell them like, hey, you've been with me for 4 or 5 years, you don't need to see me every single day. Come in for a touch-up. And space it out. So it just really is regiments to the person and what they need.
Now, do you shut that down getting closer to the show?
Oh, absolutely. 3 weeks out, it's nobody but me.
Okay. All right.
No sections.
All right. I would definitely be a little bit worried if you had to keep going on and you're like,
no.
hey man, I got to do athlete check-ins and then I got to go see some clients.
Yeah. No,
all right.
no.
I think he would lose his mind.
Yes.
Because I'm stressed out thinking about it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So again, guys, if you are looking for a posing coach, it could be a bodybuilder, it could be women, any division.
Bikini, wellness, I got pros in all of them.
All of them. So amateur, pros, all of them. I mean, she is stacked. She's got a resume that is yards long, and I think that, it would behoove you, because many of you out there don't spend enough time posing, because you do all of this and then you show up and you're shaking and you don't know how to hold your poses to be able to accentuate your physique. With FSC 7 programs, I'm doing posing in between sets because I'm trying to make sure that I'm emulating something that these people are going through, especially my guys, the open guys that are 250 pounds on stage and they're squeezing. And if you have not practiced that, you will know, because you're going to end up holding water because your body's not conditioned to do the posing. And I don't care if you're 250 or 105, if you're not making sure that you're practicing that and then really holding the poses to the optimal version of yourself, you're not doing yourself justice. All this hard work goes down, the toilet, because you are not able to do that, whether it's a suit, whether it's your color, and especially your posing. So make sure you pay attention.
Yep. You ready? Let's roll. I'm gonna go see the lateral. Check that.
To get back on it?
Yeah. Got a little six pack, little faint six pack.
Okay.
Slowly.
How heavy you get?
He was at what was it, 230 when he was
He's
here?
little.
Was he getting a little chunkster or no?
Was getting a little.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Give me 15. Just one more.
He was hitting those off-season meals, those
He
cheat
was.
meals with you.
Sid forced them though. She wasn't having it.
Yeah.
I know everybody want a tight ship in this house. Tighten up.
Good.
At the end of the day, I told him, I said, it's not about vanity. It's about, listen, who's taking care of you when you're diabetic? Okay?
Yep.
You're not putting that on my plate. I got enough as is.
Give me 3, 2. And we're gonna hop up, head over to the standing shoulder. Good.
All right, good. So are you counting the amount of rest in between those sets, or are you just basically by the time you get there, you're going?
So to be honest, we don't. It's just a mental clock in my head. It's usually about 30 to 40 seconds.
Okay.
We don't take any longer than that ever. So yep, sides. Just get underneath it. It's gonna be a shoulder press. Yep. There you go. Relax the traps. There you go. Yeah, we move during our workouts. We use it as a way to condition our body. We still try to keep the weight as comfortably heavy as it can be for her joints, just because for us longevity is important.
Sure.
And then just trying to really focus on the target muscle group.
Gotcha.
Obviously, sometimes you go too heavy, other things kick in with her. We don't want the upper traps kicking in. So we try to do as much as we can to minimize any additional muscles.
And then what are you doing about the weights? Are you trying to hit a certain rep range?
Always high when she comes out to me, anywhere from like 12 to 20.
12 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, we still keep the weight up though.
And how many sets are you doing?
Usually 3 to 4 per exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're supersetting, usually 3, but if we're just doing a straight, single exercise, then we usually get about 4 sets.
Okay.
First one kind of fill it out, and then we get into it for about 3 of them.
About 3 working sets?
Yeah, correct.
Got it,
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
But you're not going super heavy, you're not trying to end up doing too much?
No, we use a way, my philosophy is with lifting, if you're rest time in between, the weight's going to feel a lot heavier than it really is.
Yep.
And in the end, the muscle doesn't necessarily know per se what the weight is.
Sure.
It just goes based on how it feels.
So you're using
time
a
under
lot of
tension.
fatigue
Yep.
technique.
I learned a lot from you, obviously. I used to watch the VHSs a long time ago with Phil and Jay.
Man, why do you make me feel bad?
No. Hey,
Come on.
that's what I had. I still have them at the house, to be honest.
Next time we're going to talk about this, you'll be like, I read them on a tablet.
Yep. And it's just kind of always been my back in like Weider flushing principles.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Same thing. It's just trying to move as much blood as possible.
Sure.
To get that 3D look. I mean, we was trying to do 3D before you even came out with 3D. You know. You let me know the weight because this is my first time on the Panado equipment. It's mind blowing. So my brain's still trying to calculate as we go along. 5.
How's that feel, Sid?
Smooth. It's nice to have 2 pads that match and they're not like rusted like my gym back home.
There you go.
My gym back home, everybody wears down the pads so much that you have one pad that's like cushy, one pad that's hard, and to me, like I'm really anal neurotic about a lot of things. It has to feel the same.
Yeah.
It gotta feel the same.
Trying to feel that symmetry.
Yes, because otherwise I'm like, oh, you're gonna throw my balance off.
You want to adjust this so you don't have to get so underneath it?
Sure.
Honey, you help me with that other side a little quick?
Yeah. You want to go up or not?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, and then do you want to keep one on there or do you want to?
Just one on one side, yeah, and try it weight wise. Still learning your weight. 6, 7, 8. We'll drop it down one on the next one. 2, 12, 13. One more.
You got that one on one?
Yeah. Let's head back to the rollers.
Awesome. What are you doing right now in terms of supplements? Are you running a pre-workout right now? Aminos, anything like that?
I do my amino chem,
Okay.
my amino jet.
Okay.
Those are my main go-tos.
Okay.
I have my carnitine, of course, my liposide.
Okay.
That's usually my pre-fasted, my glutamine, of course. Those are my main babies. And my liquid carnitine, my liquid carnitine too. Do that at night. So those are my babies.
Awesome.
My babies, my babies.
Let's boogie.
Good.
Good.
So as you can see, she's keeping that pace really going. Just enough, like you said, about 30 seconds of rest in between sets. Keeping that muscle really full.
And some days are heavier than others. You know what I mean? We'll do like one day heavy. We do shoulders twice. Usually one time more blood flow. Other times a little bit heavier weight. You know what I mean?
Are you doing, how many other body parts are you doing twice a week versus once a week?
Back twice a week, shoulders twice a week, one
Okay.
quad day, one designated quad day, one designated hamstring day. So we train 6 days a week when she comes out.
Okay.
Off season, we drop down to 4. So she utilizes a lot of rest in the off season. So when she hits my house 12 weeks out,
Let's go.
I can hammer her and know that her body's going to be able to handle it. You know what I mean? And respond the way that I needed to respond. Because again, we use workouts as a way of conditioning versus excessive cardio and extremely low amount of food.
Gotcha.
So, yep. So for us, everything has like a rhyme or reason why we're doing it when it comes to weight training.
Now, do you guys go count macros or do you guys go
She
off
does.
the-
she
No,
does not count macros. 99% of my clients count macros.
Write the plan and not do it.
This
That's
woman
it.
will not count macros.
Got you.
It'll make my life a little easier because every year after Olympia, we same story. We take our photos. We start walking back to Olympia. We get about halfway to the hotel, and she goes, "D, you know I need my plan tomorrow by like 5 a.m. right?" Every Olympia, it doesn't matter. And she starts her plan, you know. So that's just what she's always done.
He beat me to it last year. I was like, hey, what's my plan? He's like, all right, send it to you. I'm like, oh, you on it. I see.
So yeah, I get to do that at Olympia night. You know, that's my celebration. That's my reward. That's my reward.
Yeah, me and Phil didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
We were too busy at the club.
Phil, call me. Let's do a comeback. We'll switch.
'Cause we were at the club.
Let's do a comeback. We'll switch. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105 5. There you go. One more on that shoulder press. We'll throw 25 on the other
And then
side.
how many meals a day?
6.
6 meals a day.
Yes, 6 a day.
And then are we looking at a certain amount of protein per meal? Like, are you going like 3-4 ounces or?
Right now we're a little higher. She's still at
A little
about.
3 ounces, honey. You want me to starve to death?
I don't know. I'm guessing here.
She's at about 6 right now. Per
Oh, I like that.
She got a little bit. She got a little bit more. Yeah, she got a little bit more. There you go. Wait, okay?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, she's ripping through it.
Yeah.
Good. There you go.
Hey, come on. Keep going. Let it down. Let it down. Good. Give me a couple more. 5 more. Come on. Come on. Come on. One more. Good. Keep going. Last 5.
There you go, Sid. Keep it rolling.
Go.
Keep it rolling.
There you go. Good.
This is smooth. I like that.
Yeah.
Big weights, kid. Big weights. There you go. Just give me 15. Just get a good squeeze all the way up into that front delt.
Delts are
Upper
cracking.
chest.
There you go. Good. And again, always 15 to 20 reps.
Yeah. And a lot of times I don't count. I'll kind of watch her muscle. And when I start to see other muscles kicking in or her just getting kind of form going off, I cut it. It could be 12, 13. It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. Weight-wise, how'd that feel?
Burning. It's light, but it burns.
You want to throw? Go ahead.
Do you guys ever work on doing partials at the end or doing any of those forced reps?
Yeah, we usually do it on laterals when it comes to shoulders, you know what I mean? And then on back, certain exercises, we do the same thing on back, depending on comfortability with the machine and how I like the movement pattern, yeah, so.
Good.
Just a couple more. One more. There you go.
So let me ask you this. Obviously, Sid is genetically very blessed.
Yes.
She's probably one of the most blessed competitors
Agreed.
on the planet.
Agreed.
And I feel that, would you change anything if you're using a different athlete when you're training another athlete versus how you train Sid?
Yeah, I mean, this has kind of been an adopted style over the last 10 years with her because I know it works for her body.
Yep.
And I know we're able to do it. But yeah, traditionally we'd probably slow down just a little bit, do a lot more force reps, drop sets, stuff like that. But with her, we're never trying to get bigger, to be honest.
Right.
Secret for y'all, we've only been 3 pounds of weight difference from her first Olympia title to her 7th. And I'm not going to tell you whether it's up or down because some years it's up or down.
Right.
But we've only been 3 pounds difference the whole time. We're not
Conditioning has looked different.
correct. Yep. And just density and just overall 3D look of the muscle and the physique. We're not trying to be bigger. The figure division we don't need that division bigger.
Right.
We're just really focused on just trying to bring a better physique every single Olympia, which the athletes you deal with when you're dealing with micro percentages,
Correct.
like 0.5s. And so for us, it's just trying to keep the weight roughly around the same, but just a different look every year.
Yeah. And I've noticed that. It's a refinement
Yep.
of
Yes.
that
That's
look
it.
because ultimately you're chasing a better version of yourself.
That's
Correct.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not really
That's right.
comparing yourself to
That's
anybody.
right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah. One more. Yeah, we definitely we train like we're second place for sure. We don't ever train like we're the champ. We train like we're always fighting to
Always
improve.
chasing.
Yeah, always. But at the same time, we've been in the front. We don't know what's behind us. You know what I mean? So we just have to get better based on her physique and her structure.
That's awesome.
Do 4. 2 more. There you go. Let's go try that standing lateral machine.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to go back even further.
Okay.
There you go. And then you feel the tension right here.
Okay.
Okay. You're at negative 0.1, which is where maximum tension is.
Okay.
But what you want to do is, as you come up,
Okay.
you may have to step back just a little bit more, just right there. Good. And then you'll feel tension earlier on into the movement.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Weight's good.
Good.
Yes.
Put your left hand on your hip, and then perfect. Balance it out. Perfect. Just like that. And then I think you'll feel a little bit better. You can even step over to the right just a little bit because it will start the attention even further. Perfect. Just like that. And that way.
Oh, I see. Joint center.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yep. And then that way the stack will not rest back on, and then you'll be able to keep tension through the entire movement. Yep. There you go. How do you like that machine?
I like it a lot.
Beautiful.
Especially the combo after the front delt ones. It's almost like you get a little bit of front and lateral at the same time.
Yep. Good.
Do 2 after this.
Good.
One more. Let's go to the other side.
So as you guys see, what they're trying to do is they're trying to maximize the tension on the deltoid, minimize the tension on the traps, because your traps want to take over when you do lateral raises all the time. It doesn't matter what kind, front raises, lateral raises, your traps want to kick in. And if your traps kick in, you're not going to be able to get the benefits of getting those capped delts.
Go right back into the other side because you resting while we doing one side. This we're just going back and forth because she already rested while that other side was moving, so rested-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think enough athletes understand about like trap involvement.
Trap involvement.
Everything, like back, shoulders, it's crazy.
Yep.
Especially in the female divisions, obviously, your guys.
But even our guys,
Yeah.
they'll lose the width.
Yep,
When the traps
100%.
get too big,
100%.
you'll end up looking narrow.
Yeah, that illusion. Yeah. Yep. There you go. So the other side. Yeah, it's crazy how the foot placement changes it. Because when I was trying it earlier, I was a little bit tighter, and I was trying to figure out how to get it to feel the way I wanted it to feel.
Yep. It's just bring your hips over a little
Yeah.
bit. And then you get tension all the way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't drop the tension when you come down the way.
Okay. See, I'm still learning stuff, kids. I'm still learning stuff. Honey's still teaching me stuff, just not on VHS. Maybe 2 more.
Damn.
One more.
VHS.
I still got it at home. I'll send you a photo when I get home. It's still sitting there. There you go.
You can really see the striations, all the really cool fibers that are just kicking in. And again, we're 6 weeks out. So by the time she gets into her final weeks, you're gonna see it look like spaghetti stripes just coming all the way through those delts. Again, the muscularity in the back. Again, this is the female muscle that you want to be able to try to balance out. So for you competitors out there, you female competitors out there, what you want to do is you want to still look feminine. Believe me, I've known Sandy Williamson since I was a teenager and I was competing. And the things that they look for, especially in the women's division, is a balance of muscularity, but making sure that it still looks feminine. Good job. Give me 4. Last 2, relax. One more. Keep it rolling. Good job. Good job, Sid.
Grab the Smith shoulder press
Yeah,
over there.
one thing for me. You got to hit it a little bit, squeeze those shoulders because this is a good light right
You're
here.
probably the only person I ever get her to do this.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Squeeze that. You ain't done. Come on.
He's about to hold you in it.
That's
So
it.
he's
Hold
about to
that.
hold you in it.
There you go. Look at those delts. That's right. Yep.
That's all artificial EVP 3D. Just,
Right.
those ain't real.
Hey, Phil. Man, I'm telling you, man. That's some kind of Phil Heath 3D-esque stuff going on right there. There you go. Excellent. Notice how she's keeping her elbows right beneath her wrists. Perfect form, textbook. Many of you bring your elbow too far forward or too far back. You want to drop it right beneath that wrist. Good job.
I like that.
How's that way feel?
Nice look. Just fine. Yep. it's good right there.
Let's put these little. Let's put these little babies.
Hey, we're gonna put, we call those washers.
Yeah,
Put in the little washers. The little washers.
Got these from the toolbox.
Yeah.
A little different when you're training Slim and Hany and Derek, huh?
Yeah. And again, you guys out there, take the little bits and pieces that we're giving you, utilize them. But again, if you're going into the women's physique division and you need to put on some muscle, you're going to add more weight. He's not going to train a figure competitor, a bikini competitor, a wellness competitor the same. So again, the more muscle that you need, he's going to put a little bit more resistance. So he doesn't want to over bulk Cyd, because if he does, he can throw the proportions off. That's why he's not going crazy with it. They're getting that formula dialed in. This is really going to be a really nice stretch all the way through, full range of motion. Excellent. Good job. Keep going. Come on. There you go. Good. Good.
Keep going, keep going.
Good.
You got 5 more. You got to keep going. Come on.
There you go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on. Everyone's watching. Let's go, champ. That's it, champ.
There you go.
That's it.
Yee. Dee. I do a little shoulder shimmy. That helps you out a little bit. Just a little bit. A little dance through.
That's it. That's awesome.
It's not like a shoulder. I can't compare like a shoulder burn and a leg extension burn. They're kind of similar to me, just a little bit. Everything else doesn't burn the same as shoulders and legs on me.
Yeah.
Back will be fine. Shoulders and quads though, they burn badly.
Is there any body parts that you don't train? Do you do all?
Arms.
Yeah. So you're using basically all of the ancillary muscles from doing back, and you're doing chest and doing, shoulders.
And last year, Tyler had made a comment that figure girls, their arms are getting a little too muscular in the bis and tris anyways.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times with the equipment I have at home, since I don't have this stuff, unfortunately, we have to manipulate.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that.
Yes.
We'll talk about that.
We had to manipulate the movement so we don't recruit so much tricep and bicep in the back. Yeah, so we do a few little tricks to kind of help with that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the shoulders can get bigger, arms can downsize a little bit, and we're doing what the criteria, supposed to be doing.
So you're not sitting there doing
No.
monster curls.
No.
Her arms they already went up. When I first met her, she was doing tons of pull-ups, and her arms were bigger than anything else on her body.
Yeah, I don't know if you were jealous or you just
Probably.
Half of it was because he was jealous.
Probably.
Let's go. Good. Great range of motion. How she's driving up. Again, guys, notice how she's taking a breath with every single rep. Again. Good. Not holding her breath, dropping those elbows, getting that awesome stretch to get that full range of motion. Good.
Come on.
Great. So, yeah, keep going.
I got you.
Good. Go. Good. Go.
Come on.
Last.
Come on.
Drive it up, Cyd.
Come on.
Good. That's it.
Woo!
I don't know. That's the hardest one you worked on so far, at least today. That's it. Does she normally work this hard?
Let me get these out.
You got jokes.
Good ones too. Yeah, normally trainer jokes are like dad jokes. We're the only ones that laugh at our own shit. Grab it. Good. Again. Good. Right there. Good. Keep it moving. Good. And this is going to really help you on your quarter turn. So when you're a competitor, you want to create that three-dimensional physique. That rear delt's super important, because if you forget to do it, you're going to lose that three-dimensionality once you turn. Good. There you go. Is this your weaker one, you said?
No, this one actually, they're both strong. The right one just gets tight way faster.
Got it. Good. One more. Up. Slow. Good job. There you go.
Yeah, because my scoliosis, this whole girdle is keeping my spine straight. So it'll lock up on this side, just keep my spine from pushing.
Got you.
So.
Got you. Now, do you guys do any active therapy? Is there massage therapy going on?
I get massages 2 or 3 times a week.
Got it. Now, are we going deep with that massage?
All of them. Deep, dry needle, stem, anything that's out there, I'm doing it.
Gotcha. It's great.
Cup, scraping.
Right.
She
Moan,
rolls.
the crossball, yeah.
And then when do you normally cut that out for the show?
Usually the last session, probably the Sunday, Monday before the show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So about a
At
week
that
out.
point, they ease out the pressure, just
Yes.
starts creating inflammation.
Yeah.
We utilize the ice baths a lot, though. So I have a cold plunge, which I heard you.
Getting one?
Yeah.
That and we're getting sauna.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can combo.
Yeah, so we're gonna combo it up there, and then we've been also talking about maybe getting some
Just looking like
red light therapy,
Okay.
and also maybe the bags.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has Normatec,
got
Ice
those too,
Bath,
yeah.
Normatec. Yeah, we utilize everything.
yeah, some people really like the Normatec. How do you like those?
I love them.
Do you?
I love them. They had the old technology was a little bit rusty.
Uh-huh.
They've updated the boot so that the pressure is
Nice.
actually a little bit more intense. Especially after you've been doing it for a while, your system kind of gets used to it. So they had to up it so that it's a little bit more like the ones I was using in track in college, where they got the real industrial ones.
Uh-huh.
The in-home ones are closer to that now.
Got you.
Because at first I was like, this is not what I'm used to.
So going back on track in college real quick, which were your events?
100 hurdles.
Nice.
That's why I got jacked up. That's why this hip is so bad now. But
Just from repetitive.
just snatching.
Good.
So once you get used to that, I started hurdling my 9th grade year in high school and all the way through college. So it's been a lot of wear and tear.
Did you end up getting a ride or no?
Well, technically we're not allowed scholarships for the school I went to.
Really?
It's all need based.
Okay.
So
She's Ivy League.
Yeah, Ivy, you're not allowed to get any scholarships.
Really?
So if you're poor, you get paid. So win for me. Not in real life, but in regular life. So
Nice.
yeah, so they ended up paying mostly. I came out only paid for school probably the beginning of my freshman year. And after that, the donors covered everything else.
Awesome.
So that's why stay in school, kids.
There you go. Right there. We're focusing right on that rear delt. And once again, on your rear pose, as well as your core turn, they're going to see that rear delt. And that's going to create that three-dimensionality that's so important. And notice how she controls it and goes down nice and slow. Pausing right at the top, controlling the weight. Do not let it control you. You got to be able to do that. Otherwise, you're just going to end up just using momentum, and that's not going to put on muscle.
Yeah. Especially with rear delts. We usually don't go really heavy with rear delts because it's real easy to recruit a lot of the back muscles. So
100%.
we're just real smooth, constant tension, just move.
Good. Good job, Sid. Getting that little extra burn at the very top. I'm a huge believer in that. Stretch is amazing, but making sure you keep that peak contraction, I also feel, is very, very beneficial. Good. Good. So you want her to do 15?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Keep going. It's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, what you were saying about a lot of athletes, I think a lot of athletes tend to lose that on the top. They tend to like snap the weight.
There is.
Yeah.
They tend to snap the weight. What they're doing is using momentum, or now a lot of information is getting out there on the stretch. But again, I feel like the stretch is amazing.
Yep.
Again, that's why FST says
Yep.
fascia stretch training.
Yep.
But you also got to be able to get that peak contraction. And I feel that when you're doing that, or when you're doing flies and you hold that contraction, you're going to even get even more DOMs, which will help with the delayed onset muscle soreness that helps you grow. So when you can get that peak contraction, I feel that creates even a better set, a better workout. No, I was going to say, because her measurements are so crazy, it's almost kind of like shoulder to waist to hips are like cartoonish.
We know the waist. Her waist has gotten significantly smaller since we started. Significant. She had more of a track waistline back then.
Okay.
And so, and so.
Do you think that was just mostly from track, or was it also from training changes that you guys incorporated?
100% training changes. Yeah, we
Yeah.
really started focusing on like trying to bring a waistline in. I was training a particular athlete back then who probably had one of the best ab lines in figure division ever. And Sid was coming up, and I said, okay, well, that's your target. If you want someone to chase, that's where you need to chase.
Okay.
And she needed to change everything. So you had like a weird 2-4 pack. It wasn't.
Well, it was like,
It wasn't cute.
it depends. Well, because when we first got together, that's when I went through a period where I was like, okay, my abs are so strong from track. Let me just stop training abs altogether.
Sure.
That worked for 1 year.
Right.
After that year, I was like, this don't look right. I looked at my mom, I said, Mama, something's off. I was like, I got to start training abs again, but I had to do it to where I let them atrophy enough and then strategically train them so that way it wasn't going back more into my obliques and more functional abs and was just simply for aesthetics.
Okay, and being that we're on abs right now, what do you feel are good exercises that don't thicken the waist?
Yeah.
What do you feel and when you work with your athletes?
Just very slow reps and just everything really controlled. Make sure you're really pulling in your abdominal wall when you actually do any type of crunching movement.
Okay.
I'm not big on a lot of hanging leg raises because I feel like you're using so much other muscle and you just start to swing
flexors.
it. Yeah. So for us, it's a lot of just really stability ball crunches on top of it, almost creating a vacuum and then crunching, trying to draw in, very similar to like Pilates as much as possible.
And is that usually on the morning sessions after your cardio?
Yep. I have found that I used to do, like in the improvement season when I'm only training 4 times a day, I will do abs post-workout then, but when I have fasted, I found that doing abs fasted makes a huge difference, and one is out of the way, so you don't kind of BS it at the end of the workout when you're kind of ready to go. Right. You're fresh in caffeine, lipocytes pumping, you're good to go. You got energy for days, just crunch it out. And so I found that it's been the biggest difference doing fasted abs, I will say.
Awesome.
But you do it after cardio.
I do it after cardio.
And then you pose after that.
Yeah, and then I pose after that. I don't do abs before my cardio.
I actually recommend the same thing for my athletes, even though they're open athletes. Their guys are big, but number one, you don't want to do it after you're tired when you're doing workouts, whether it's calves or abs. Those are cleanup exercises that if you don't do them early in the day, you're not going to put the time and work in that you need to. The second thing is that what you mentioned is about making sure that you don't use your hip flexors. Again, if you're getting sore in muscles that are not being targeted, that's something wrong. So make sure that you're using that. So maybe we can go ahead and get at some point some video of you guys doing some abs, because I'd love to share that so that the audience will understand that that slow controlled movement is so important. Is there anything that you stay away from? Like when I was training Jeremy back in the day, I would always tell him, hey, look, man, just really be careful with heavy deads, heavy, squats, because your core kicks in. And that was back in the beginning stages of the division for men's physique. Are you in the same,
Yeah, so when we first met, I had her stop doing deads, back squats, and then we actually put deads in 2-3 years ago just to bring some more back thickness in. But at that point, her waist had already went down inches. I'm talking.
And you're not going crazy on the deads, right?
I put 10 pounds on that side and ease down that bad boy and squeeze it up.
You're not doing the C-bump 6 plates on the side.
No, absolutely not.
Right, definitely. Right. But we just put everything back in that I got away from just to let that area not be so overstimulated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everyone's like, not everybody, but a lot of people don't understand a stronger muscle usually tends to be a bigger muscle.
That's right.
And we don't want bigness in this area. Right. Erectors, obliques, anything like that. So
awesome. Is there any cable exercises you like?
She likes the cable rope, right?
I do it. If I do it, it's only once a week.
Gotcha.
I stick to body weight primarily for all my ab work for the last years. Cable just to switch it up, just like how we do our cardio and switch up to different machines. I try to do different ones because what I found is the type of ab workout I do requires a lot of rib cage movement, and then that can eventually lead to your serratus tightening substantially, which then leads to your shoulder tightening, then your back tightens. So I kind of try to switch it up so that my ribs aren't constantly getting the extreme stretch that I put them through, and I kind of just switch it up so it's different variations of the same style of ab work.
Awesome. What about breathing work? Do you guys do any breathing work?
Every day. I mix that with my abs.
Okay, so is that like in between sets?
Oh, during the abs.
Okay.
I put it up straight together.
Gotcha.
I'm efficient. Okay.
So you're literally doing like vacuums while you're doing abs?
Yep, and then I'll do vacuums separately by themselves as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go, guys. Again, the work is not done with just doing your regular sets.
No, no, not at all.
That's awesome.
No. You ready?
Yep.
So Arnold presses, and then we'll superset with standing laterals. This will be our last. Try to get a little pump back in there.
Going wide?
Yep. Yep. So with her Arnolds, I don't do the traditional rotation like a lot of people. I just let them kind of fall where they fall, comfortability wise. That way she can just kind of keep the tension where she needs it. So
right on the delts.
Yep.
Nice.
Then I feel like sometimes when you pull the dumbbells too far in, the traps start to roll forward and kick in, and a lot of people have a hard time disengaging them when they start to lift. So
gotcha.
A couple more. We'll bump up on this next one.
So you're definitely really trying to minimize traps.
Always, yeah.
Gotcha.
Laterals. Yeah, because once that tightness gets in, a lot of people don't realize, especially for figure athletes, it's really hard to pose when everything's being pulled up and forward. And I'm sure very similar in bodybuilding. 100%. And you're trying to get them to stand up and those so if I can get rid of it, if I do my job, then it makes it easier for them to do their job on stage.
There you go. You see how much blood volume is getting into the shoulders. where she's not even trying, but she's just keeping that mind-muscle connection right on those delts, and they look like literally striated bowling balls.
Give me about 30 and we'll bump up on those 18s. Sid's gotten spoiled. She's used to me handing the weights
It's
to
fabulous.
her, so FYI.
I'm telling you, I am.
What do you do when you go back home?
Miserable for the first month.
Yeah.
Because I cut all caffeine and I gotta lift my weights. I'm like, this is trash.
Yeah.
Grade A trash.
That's another
Now let me
tip.
ask you this: do you do this for your other clients?
I mean, if to ask, it's what we're used to. If you notice her foot, she's really weird with her foot positioning, like cracks, weird stuff. And so like for her, she needs to get her feet set, so it's just easier for me to handle weights. It's one less thing I got to be stressed about.
Well, you can come over when Hany comes in.
Oh, you
can
know,
help him put his weights.
I'll pass on that. That's a little different. I'm handing a little bit different weights over here. There you go. That, honestly, we just try to minimize injuries. So, like, never want her to lower something down on her shoulder and just cause it one little tweak.
Sure.
It's going to throw off weeks, and we just don't have weeks to be off.
Good.
Keep going. Come on.
Good job.
Come on. Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on. Give me three. Give me three. Hold that top. There you go. Once you get that top, there you go. One more. Control.
Control that thing and pass it.
Give me about 45 seconds, and I'm gonna let Hany run you through this last one. You had fun with that.
You had to be there for our first back day. I think you did a little bit of FST when we were in Dallas. I was like, oh Jesus, oh, please no. I was sore. I was sore probably the whole week.
Were you?
I'm pretty. Yeah, I want to say it's the whole week. I was like, dang. I'm like, we doing something wrong.
Let's bump these Arnolds up a little bit.
I was like, you sure you don't want to go open?
For real. I'm like,
I
dang.
was like, wow.
You ready?
He's getting bigger and more ripped.
Hany, you ready?
Let's
There you
go. All right.
You got your rest.
It's you. Control. Good. There you go. Keep moving. Good. Good. Just a little higher. Boom. Good. That's it. That's it. You got it, Sid. Drive it up. Good. Great. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Good. 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 Last one. Last one. Good job. That's it. Good one. Ooh, you're working now.
Hany don't grab the weights. I thought he was about to. I thought he was about to. He was about to get the shovel from all the other things. What?
That's it. Yeah, because I set precedence. Good. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to give you a little different technique. When you go up and you're going to pour like you're pouring a pitcher of iced tea. As you go up just a little bit, pinkies go up just slightly. So that's it. Just there you go. When you get that shoulder to pop, perfect. There you go. Good. There you go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Come on, Sid. You got this. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Good. Good. Go. Good. You got 3. 1. A little higher. Just a little higher. 2. Perfect. Good.
She got one on.
Good. No, no. Go ahead. I'm going to go right there. Slow. Good. We're going to give you negatives. Slow. Good. Slow. Good. Slow. 1 more. Hold it there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. Now let's see those shoulders. There you go. She's like a cartoon character. It's like Photoshop. That's it. Did you get that, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure you got that. That's. Give me a side chest. Come on, right now.
Let me see
Let me see that side. Don't tell me you don't know how to
That
pose
chest
it.
got to cramp up.
That's it. Timmy, look at you.
Yeah,
There you
hard.
go. Good. Just like that. Lift. A little higher through the chest. Right there. Good. Squeeze the shoulders. Twist, twist, twist. That's a specimen right there, homie.
The,
I haven't done the side chest in a while. I was like, that was pretty good. See, Andre, I know how to do it too, girl.
There you go. Yeah. Watch yourself.
Somebody asked me the other day, would I ever bump up? I said, no, I like my heels.
That's it.
Heels only. Give me my heels.
Let me see a front double by.
Oh,
Come
Lord.
on. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going to do these
Stay a little
things.
back more? Yeah.
You're the only person getting to do that.
The only person. That's literally it.
There. That's it. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh my God. That's it. Right there. Squeeze that. Damn. Woo. That's pretty. That's pretty. Now turn around. Back double bicep.
Oh, I can do that one.
Oh, this is going to be a good one right here. There, hold that. Just a little higher with the elbows. Right there. Turn the wrists. Peek the biceps. Peek them. There you go. Just like that. Squeeze it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
She ain't flexed the bicep.
I have not. They're gonna be sore tomorrow. Watch.
She go to back day. Right. Back day. Right.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Have you guys ever been into a situation where you're like middle of the prep and you felt like, hey, look, I'm a bit behind?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And is there a reason that happened? Was it because they just a little too heavy starting out, or something that happened in the middle?
Yeah.
What was the incident?
Yeah, with her body wants to be a lot bigger than it really is, and so we found an off-season weight for her where it's comfortable, and if she's 5 above that, it makes my job much harder. She used to come out 8 weeks out, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Next year it was 10 weeks.
And
this
now
year,
it's 12.
12
Now
weeks.
it's 12.
12
Yeah.
weeks. She had a new show that she was putting on, and then
Yep.
some other stuff going on that just
2
a lot of
shows,
stress.
seminars,
Yep.
retreats. It was something every month, and I was like, all right now. And then more seminars going up all the way through July, and I was like, now it's time to sit down. You sit down. But when you punch so much business stuff, as you know,
Yep.
in the front end, but trying to do it while you're competing too, is kind of like, we're not like other sports where it can be like, your stress won't be seen on your body. If I'm a basketball player and I'm stressed, I can go out and hoop all day.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking to see if your abs are right or how that stress affected your body. This sport is extremely different where the look matters. The only thing that matters is the look. So it's like, I gotta always take that into account anytime I add on a new project. It's like, should you be doing that right now? Maybe wait on that. Maybe cut this, say no to this, don't do that. But in the beginning of this year, it was all things that I put on myself. So I was like, well, I signed up for it. You wanted to do it, you wanted to make changes, you wanted to impact the industry, you need to do this, and then now it's good because I'm a creature of habit and I'm also a technician. So anytime I'm taught something or I've gone through it one time, I'm better the next time. So next year it'll be even better. The year after that it'll be better. So this year was the bumpy year, but hey, it worked out in the end.
It's okay. You see, you balance it out. But I want to talk a little bit about your cheat meal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you putting in cheat meals during
Nope.
the prep right now?
Nope.
No.
Okay. But in the off season,
Oh yeah.
I've seen some epicness.
Yes.
Right.
I've gotten so good though, I will say. My
Remember
husband
a couple
has
years
rubbed
ago
off on
when
me.
we were in
I know.
Houston? And you're like, we're having dinner. She's like, I can't have my cheat meal here because I got to go get it from
That's
this.
right.
Like
That's
3
right.
places.
That's
Yeah.
right.
She like gets different. I'm like, no.
I did that, guys. When my shows, after I competed at the Ironman Naturally back in the mid '90s, late '90s, I'd put a list together,
Yeah.
and I'd have to have tacos from this place,
Uh-huh.
a burger from this
There you
place,
go.
a donut from this
That's
place,
right.
and ice cream at the end from this place.
That's right.
And so I get it, but this was like off season, and we were together at an Evogen event in Houston, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? Now that the dinner is started for you guys, I don't. Their food's too clean here, and I got to go get this because I mapped it out.
I
It was
respect
like a side quest. I was like,
And I Ubered up the street.
But I promise you, she's probably one of the most disciplined athletes when it comes to her diet. I think that's why, because like, it's annoying. There's times where like I tell her she needs to eat green beans. She doesn't have any green beans on the way home. She's like, I gotta stop by the store and get green beans. I'm like, dude, you got asparagus. Just eat the asparagus. She'll pause for like a minute or two. But D, it says green beans.
The plan is the
You can eat
plan.
asparagus.
It is not written, I
She's
don't
just
do
so
it.
OCD about it.
and you know what? The one thing that I do know about you after several years of us working together, you are like this when it comes to everything. To your work, to your play, to your craft,
Relationships,
everything. You, like I call her, like the human Rolex,
Yep.
the Swiss watch. She got a program. She's dialed in. If she's a minute late, she feels like she missed it, and that's how you are. And but I think that's what makes the champion in you, to be able to elevate to the point that you're a multi-year
Yep.
champion, and now a better part of a decade. So it's when you
That's
look
crazy
back
to
at
say.
it,
Wow.
it is. And again, you know, being that I've done some really cool stuff with some amazing athletes of my own, you never get to really enjoy it
True.
because you're always chasing it. But you guys have done an amazing
Yeah, thank
job,
you.
so I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Hopefully you guys got some really good information from the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, and subscribe to their channel because they're putting out a lot of content, and we're going to talk about that on the podcast because you have changed.
Oh Lord, if people are loving it, I will say.
Hey, I may know a
Thanks,
thing or
Mom.
two about that. I may know a thing or two about that.
Showing a lot more. This would have never been seen.
No,
hell no.
6
Never.
weeks out,
Never.
no matter what.
Never.
She would have looked like Steve Jobs
I
before.
would have.
She would have had a turtleneck and some jeans. That's it.
People text me like, "Hey, she gonna be ready?" She looking. I'm like, "You can't see none."
You can't. You can't. That was one of my favorite things. They're like, "Oh, Sid, you look so good in comparison to last year." You didn't see me last year. I've been covered for 10 years.
That's right.
So you have nothing to compare from 10 weeks out, 12. You have no idea what I look like. I don't even know what I look like.
Right.
I'm seeing the videos now like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
But that's the cool part is everybody's going on with the journey, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but just to give you guys a little hint of what the conversation is going to be about on the podcast, part of it is going to be about how she actually is showing her physique. As a physique champion in the past, it was really about really keeping everything super hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Again, coming from that era of way even before Sid, when I was training Nicole and Jenny Lynn in her division, it was one of those things that people stayed covered up, and then maybe closer towards the competition, they would be able to wear more revealing clothing to be able to show how they look, or for photo shoots, obviously, but social media wasn't a thing.
That's right.
And that was the mentality, you know, it was the Dorian Yates mentality. You just show up on stage,
That's right.
you don't want to give anything up. But now we want to be able to create connection, and now she's been much more open about it. So we're going to talk about that journey and how that mindset has changed here in the last several months, and talk about the good and the bad with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, make sure you change. You make sure you again follow the social media channels because you're going to see a ton of really good content, and you got to post more.
Yeah. This is gonna start.
That's it. This is going to start it.
Right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. But again, thank you guys so much. We got 7-time champ here, and we have the producer. Again, the producer is out there producing. And guys, thank you guys all so much for following. And make sure you leave in the comments below the next type of workout that you'd like to see and any questions you'd like answered, because we're going to go ahead and we're probably not going to be able to see each other until the week of the show, but maybe we'll end up doing a Zoom where we can do an episode and do a Q&A. So that way, if you guys have questions, go ahead and place it in the comments below. So again, appreciate you all.